You sketch out a new business plan, commit to a major fitness goal, or outline your next big project. For almost all of us, the very first instinct after locking in a great idea is to hit publish and broadcast it to the world. We do this because talking about our goals feels incredibly good. It triggers an immediate rush of dopamine, giving us the deep satisfaction of having achieved something before we've put in a single hour of actual work. But your unexecuted plans are highly valuable, proprietary data. The moment you share them, you hand over your element of surprise for free. Within a competitive environment, this reflexive instinct to share functions as a catastrophic data leak. We are conditioned to view absolute transparency as a moral virtue. We're taught that wearing our hearts on our sleeves and being completely open makes us honest and trustworthy. Yet, step into a negotiation, launch a startup, or navigate a corporate hierarchy, and that same unedited honesty becomes a massive liability. When you announce your next move early, you grant your competitors the time they need to prepare. You invite unnecessary envy, and worst of all, you make your future actions entirely predictable. Author Robert Greene identified this exact vulnerability in his analysis of historical power dynamics. He codified a specific countermeasure as Law 3, Conceal Your Intentions. For those pursuing power and success, absolute honesty creates a predictable tactical trap. The intuitive solution seems simple. If talking is dangerous, you should just stay completely silent. But human nature despises a vacuum. When you suddenly go quiet, people notice. They instinctively zero in on what you are hiding. By going completely dark, you invite intense suspicion. Rivals watch your every move closer, building a restrictive cage of your own making. Hiding makes you a focal point. Understand this. Total silence restricts your operational freedom exactly as much as transparency does. To truly conceal your intentions, you don't disappear. You generate calculated, distracting noise. This is the mechanics of the smokescreen. You create a decoy that pulses loudly, forcing competitors to look away from your true objective. You satisfy the public's appetite with harmless data, while you quietly build your real ambition in the background. By feeding opponents a false narrative, their curiosity is pacified and their guard drops. You are left with a completely unmonitored space to operate. We live in an era where everyone loudly documents their daily grind. Social media has trained an entire generation to constantly announce every minor pivot and unearned victory. Because the default state for your competition is to be overwhelmingly loud and perfectly predictable, moving quietly grants you a massive, immediate advantage. If you operate behind a smokescreen and your true plan fails, nobody knows. You take the lesson, but your public reputation remains entirely intact. If the market shifts and you need to reverse course, you don't have to explain yourself. You never locked yourself into a public commitment that makes a sudden pivot look like erratic behavior. Misdirection gives you zero reputational downside and total flexibility to adjust on the fly. Then comes the payoff. After weeks or months of operating invisibly, the final pieces of your real plan suddenly lock into place against a market that is entirely unprepared. To the outside world, this rapid arrival of success feels almost magical. Because they were denied the ability to see the preparation and the struggle, they only see the polished result. This aligns perfectly with Greene's strategy on power. By hiding the effort, onlookers are forced to assume your success comes from pure brilliance and innate strength. Your true intentions are the most valuable currency you have. Master your mouth, deploy your decoys, and secure your power by moving in the dark.